YouTube, what's going on? So, it's Red, and I am back again to show everyone my pub classes. I've been asked about my class setups for quite some time now, and I am sharing with you guys what I use. There are a few things that aren't quite set up, and that's because I just got a new squad member and I have all of my stuff from that. Trying to see here. Let's get this. Alright, so pretty much what I have on these, this is what I'm using right now on this particular soldier that I'm working on. I've already prestiged the other ones. So I have the MTAR with muzzle and grip. And then I have Ready Up, Marathon, Stalker. Yes, Stalker. I know it is banned in competitive. That's why it's not in my competitive classes. It's in my pub classes. Just because you get into pub matches, and when people hear stuff is banned from MLG, they think, oh my god, I have to use it because it's banned and it's OP, which means it could give me easy kills. So I use Stalker in pubs just to piss kids off, just to be honest. Alright, so on the go, Dead Silence, and Focus. Now you'll notice I'm using a strike package. I don't usually do that in pubs. However, I'm working on an operation, so I have to call in a certain amount of guard dogs and shit like that, so I do have that on. I have the Honey Badger with extended mags. I don't know if that sounds a little familiar, but it's a pretty badass gun, especially for cranked. And then I have a Ready Up, Agility, Marathon, Steady Aim, Dead Silence, and Focus. Now I know it's probably defenseless against the people that sit there with Amplify, but it's okay. And then I'm using Specialist on this one. I have Quick Draw, ICU, Sleight of Hand, Stalker, On the Go, Fall Damage, and the random one, just for randomness stuff. And then I have the Amelie. Again, it's a light machine gun. It's amazing. A lot of people don't use it, and I don't know why, because it's a fucking beast. It melts completely, especially with armor piercing on it. It's just fucking amazing. And then I have grip on it as well. Then I have Ready Up, Agility, Marathon, Steady Aim, Dead Silence, and Focus. Now if you'll notice, I have just about the same thing on all my perks. And that's because they work great. Now you notice I have really low score streaks because, it's just pubs. I don't really care. I just have to call in guard dogs for my operation. That's why it's there. And I have the same thing on that one, but it's the CBJ with muzzle brake and grip. And then this is a really dirty class. Yeah, you see that it has, for some reason I have automatic fire on it. I think I was trying it out. Somebody used it on me last night, and I was trying to see if it works just as well as, it was working for him. But mostly I use it with just the burst. I usually just use it with the burst, the 3-round burst. I don't usually have automatic on it, but this is something I was trying last night. I haven't changed it. And then I have foregrip on it. I'll change it later. And then I have the same pretty much things, and then I have the SATCOM, guard dog, and trendy rocket. And then I have the FAZ. Now you'll notice I don't have any attachments on it, and that's because I am working on Red Cameo. Obviously, Red's my name, and I'm working on the Red Cameo. That's kind of ironic. But I've got to get 10 more kills with no attachments, and then I will put attachments on it, and I will be putting on the muzzle brake and foregrip. If you notice, I use that for a lot of things, and that's because it works really well. Now, if you're playing Blitz Octane or Blitz Freight, or really any Blitz, you don't really want muzzle brake on it. it tends to let people melt you. If you don't believe me, go talk to Crimsix about it. He posted a video talking about that it ended up making during MLG Columbus when Complexity played TK. They were just getting completely destroyed in Blitz Octane, and he said it was because of the muzzle brake, and he said that he took it right off and it worked so much better, but apparently the muzzle brake does get you melted on pretty fast. So, I mean, I haven't personally seen it. However, I did take it off, and I used it, and I could tell a difference. I really could. So I haven't really decided if I want to, keep it off, because right now I've been using it for just about everything, but I'm going to look more into that before I decide to take muzzle brake off some of my stuff, but for now it is on there. Let's see if there's... I did have a sniper class on my MSBS class. It was the L115 with a thermal and a smoke, but that's on my other soldier, but I have been using that. Another gun that a lot of people say is not very good is the S8-805. It's fucking amazing. If you use muzzle brake grip and you have a smoke with it, it's just beastly. I love the S8-805. When I first started Ghost, I wouldn't use any of the ARs except for the S8-805 and the AK. Those were the only two ARs that I would use. And then I found out about the FAD, but my top 3 ARs would be the FAD, the AK-12, and the SA-805. Those are my top 3 ARs. Top 3 subs would be, let's see, CBJ is number 1, fucking completely. I don't really like the MTAR at all. I know the Bison is really good. I really like that. It would probably be my second sub gun. Even though I don't use it in competitive, just because it has a little bit too much recoil for me. I just don't really like it. It doesn't have as much damage to me, in my opinion. But then it would probably be the MTAR. I don't really like the MTAR that much. I actually use the Vepr more than I use the MTAR. But the no scope on the MTAR is just fucking godly, so kind of have to go with it as my third. Now, I don't usually use LMGs. Like, I've used all of these on veteran bots just to see what they did. But the Amelie is the only light machine gun I'll ever use. I absolutely hate LMGs. I hate marksman rifles, just to be honest. I've never used any of these because I think they're stupid. I don't know. I just don't like them. And then the snipers, obviously, I love snipers. Now, a lot of people say the USR is better than the L115, and to those people, you're crazy. The USR just gives too many fucking hit markers. When I was in a quick scoping match with some of my friends, I was using the L115 and they were using the USR. I was getting more kills than them, and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna switch over and use the USR. First fucking time I tried to kill someone, hit marker. I was getting so many hit markers with the USR, but I do use the USR, but only with the chrome line, and yeah, so the L115 is still my favorite sniper. I will not use the VKS or the Lynx. I just don't like it. The shotguns in Ghost suck. Like, really suck. In Black Ops 2, I was the shotgun girl. I absolutely loved the shotguns in Black Ops 2. So when I first got Ghost, that was the first thing I tried out was the shotguns. And I didn't like a single one of them. The only one that even comes close to making one of my classes is the TAC-12. but it didn't make one of my classes because I just hate the shotguns in this. I've always hated the riot shield. Everyone knows I've always hated the riot shield. And then the combat knife, I am not a knifer. I do not use knives, and I just completely got rid of that class. What was that class? And I'm not sure what that was. Look at her character. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for my pub class setup. I hope you guys find these classes and guns useful. I know I have. You know, it may be a little weird, but it does work. At least for me, it does. So again, I hope you find these classes useful. You know, try it out. If you like it, then you like it. If not, then it just doesn't work well for you. But as always, YouTube, I will see you later.